Let's get the facts straight. Number one, I not only don't want to defund police, I want to add $300 billion to their $1 million to their budget, local budgets, to deal with community policing, to get police and communities back together again.
That was Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden saying that he doesn't want to defund the police. He wants to add to their budget. Joining now is former Deputy National Press Secretary for the Democratic Party and political commentator Jose Aristimuno. Jose, my friend, welcome back.
Thank you.
How is Joe Biden trying to take the mantle of pro-law enforcement at this late stage of the game? The man is literally flipping the script.
Well, you know, Eric, I wouldn't even necessarily say that he's flipping the script. I think he's defending himself first and foremost and setting the record straight. President Trump has used the power of his microphone to lie to the American people, saying that Democrats and saying that Joe Biden wants to defund the police when he actually wants to add money to their department, like he was just saying. So absolutely, he's not flipping the script. He's just telling the American people the truth.
Now, Jose, now. I mean, for the past 6 months since the rioting started and the COVID and everything's going on, he's never defended the police. He's always talked about moving money. Don't call it what you want. Moving money from police departments into other areas of, I guess, security. That's defunding the police department, is it not? Because I'm not sure I want a social worker showing up at the door when there's a domestic dispute and someone's holding a firearm.
Look, I understand that. I think that scenario that the Republicans, many Republicans in this case, are trying to paint is just not true. Again, we're at the final stretch here of this election, Eric, or less than 70 days. He's got to go out there and tell the American people the truth, because eventually, that some Americans might believe it, the lies that President Trump is saying day after day. So he's just setting up the record straight. I disagree with you that he's changing the script very last minute.
Jose. Used to represent the Democratic Party, officially still a Democrat. Is Antifa bad?
Of course. Look, of course it's
Hold
bad.
on. Okay, Antifa's bad. I agree. They're creating a lot of mayhem and violence in the streets. If you go to Antifa.com, click it, it takes you to a Joe Biden donation site. Now, I'm not suggesting Biden set it up that way. He may have, I don't know, but he certainly hasn't taken it down in the last 6 days.
He did not. You know very well he did not. Look, you cannot control who supports who. There's many people that are ultra-right. The Republicans, they support President Trump, and they're as racist as they get. Does it mean that the Republican Party is a bunch of racists? No. Probably some of them, yes, but doesn't mean that the whole party...
No, I'm not talking about the party. I'm saying, should Joe Biden denounce Antifa? Because that question has been asked time and time again to Democrats. Nancy Pelosi, no one can say they denounce the group Antifa. You know why? Because there's likely some serious money behind Antifa that's coming from Democrat supporters.
I don't believe that. There's no evidence of that. I haven't seen those numbers. What I can tell you is that Joe Biden is going to win this election. What I can tell you is that the American people they're not interested in the political drama, Eric. They want to know the truth. Who out of these two candidates is going to help me with my economy, with my security, with my health?
Yeah, who is that?
Joe Biden. President Trump.
Jose, Biden's a Democrat, okay? I mean, let's just keep it real here for just a minute here. Biden's a Democrat. Democrat mayors across the country have their cities on fire. They're pushing back on their own police departments. I will never, to this day, forget the day when Bill de Blasio in New York City went to the funerals of 2 officers that were executed. They were murdered on the streets. De Blasio went there. The whole police department turned their back on the mayor. You know why? Because Democrat mayors don't protect their police departments. Democrats don't do that either. And he wants to be the head of the country. He's a Democrat. I think people are realizing that.
Let me just say one thing quickly. Today's America is Trump's America. He's the president of the United States. He's responsible for everything that's happened. He's responsible for the over 200,000 deaths of COVID-19. He's responsible for the over 5 million infections. It is his irresponsibility. The violence, the sickness, the death is this president's responsibility. He doesn't want to take responsibility. He doesn't want to admit it, because he's all into it about himself. He's not about the American people. Okay. He doesn't want to protect the American people. And I think that's why, come November, they're going to vote him out of office.
Well, I got about 30 seconds or so. Jose, who do you think more law enforcement organizations are going to endorse? Trump or Biden?
Repeat the question, Eric. It broke up.
Which candidate do you think will get the most endorsements from law enforcement organizations, Trump or Biden?
I can't speak how many organizations are going to support who, but I can tell you that Biden has been very honest. At least he's been honest with them from day one. President Trump has been lying to them, manipulating the American people. They're trying to set him up like we don't care about the police. Just the same, and they do the same thing with immigrants, right? They say the Democrats want to open borders. They don't want a wall. All the criminals want to come into this country. That's just lies, Eric. Lies.
I got to go. We'll bring you back again, Jose. Always good to have Jose Aristimuno on the show. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.